Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a book haul and I'm super excited to do this because as you guys know, I love books. My video like 2 videos ago was a book haul and I have another one because that one was like from March and I bought so many books since then and yeah. I just wanted to say a couple things before I get started. Number one, some of these books I have read and some of these books I have not read. I will obviously tell you which ones I have and haven't, and if I have read them, I will give them like a rating, out of 10. I think that that's appropriate. So yeah, okay, and also, I buy all my books from Target because it is so much cheaper. Like, all the books that I bought from Target are 20 to 30% off the cover price, and if you buy them from like Barnes & Noble or something like that, they are always the cover price. So I recommend that if you want any of these books, you can get them basically all at Target. And if you want to buy a popular book, I recommend just going to Target and seeing if they have it first before going to like Barnes & Noble or something, because why pay that extra 20 to 30%? Like, it's just stupid. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know. So I guess I'm gonna get started. The first book that I have is 19 Minutes by Jodi Picoult, and I've never read any of her books before, but my friend gave this to me for graduation, and I'm really excited to read it just because I always see this one Jodi Picoult book at Target, and I always debate on whether I should get it or not, but I never do because who wants to buy a hardcover book from an author that you don't even know, like, if you like their like writings. Just excited to read this book. He said it like changed his life, but he's really dramatic, so like I don't know if that's like actually accurate, but I'm excited to read it. Okay. The next book that I have is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn, and I saw this book at Target and I remembered seeing it in a video of somebody's at some point, so I was like, hey, this is short, I'm gonna buy it. And I think that this book is more like adult than I'm used to. I'm used to like young adult books, where it's like not that intense or anything. So I'm excited to switch it up. Next, I have the book Then and Always. I honestly just saw this at Target and I was like, okay, it's obviously a romance novel and it's like rather short. So I'm like, I'm going to pick this up. So yeah, I don't know what it's about or anything, but I just bought it. I have this like weird issue with buying books. Like, literally, I'm so obsessed. It's like actually scary. Next book I have is Jodi Picoult, House Rules, and obviously if I like the first Jodi Picoult book, I will read this one as well.
Look at her on the back. Her and Nicholas Sparks, they always do this. That is so annoying because like you go to the back of the book to read the description, you're like, bam, Jodi Picoult. Like, dang, you got a bag. Mm-hmm. That was really annoying. I actually apologize for that.
So the next book I have is The Edge of Never, and I actually read this book. It is so amazing, honestly. I give this probably an 8.7 out of 10. It is so good. Like, seriously, I love the main characters, Andrew and Cameron, and it was just really, really amazing. Just a little warning though, the first 100 pages are like super slow and like boring, and honestly, like when I first started reading this book, I was like, wow, I'm not gonna like it, but then like as I kept going, oh my god, so freaking good. So this is a really good like young adult romance book and it's really, really awesome. And I've seen so many people on YouTube talk about it. That's honestly the reason I bought it. The next book I have is Define Normal by Julie Ann Peters, and I got this for graduation from my friend. I don't know what it's about, but he gave me like 4 of his favorite books. So yeah, this should be good. I don't know. I've never even actually heard of that book before or the author, so yeah. The next book I have is If You Stay by Courtney Cole, and this is the Beautifully Broken series. I absolutely love this book, and a really, really funny story about this is that I saw it at Target and I was like, oh my god, everybody keeps talking about this book. I'm going to pick it up and buy it. I'm going to be like everybody else. But the funny thing is, everybody was talking about the book If I Stay, not If You Stay. So, yeah. I accidentally bought this one instead, but it was really, really awesome, and I'm so happy that I bought it. Like, it was so freaking good. So I really like this because I love the main character. The main character in this is so funny. His name is Pax. He rocks. I give this book an 8.6 out of 10. Next is My Life with the Walter Boys, and this book, I read this book in one day. In one night, to be exact, actually. I stayed up till like 4 in the morning reading it. I was so obsessed. It's so good. I love everything about it. The ending is solid. Like, the whole book is just so good. Like, there was never a part where I was like, I want to stop reading, or like, oh, this is boring. And on top of that, like, it was such a page turner. Like, I just kept going and going and going and going, and then all of a sudden I was on page like 200 and it was like 1 in the morning. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book and I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. My favorite type of books to read are like romance novels about teenagers in high school because I was just a teenager in high school, so I feel like I can relate to it more, and that book is about that. The next book that I have is Rebels, City of Indra, The Story of Lex and Livia, and it's by Kendall and Kylie Jenner. And I'm gonna be honest, the book does not look good at all. Like, I read the description and I was like, I'm not gonna like this, but I had to buy it because of my bae, Kylie. Literally, if you guys know me at all, you know that I'm obsessed with Kylie Jenner. So I had to buy this, but I don't really think it's gonna be that good. I'm gonna read it eventually, but I'm gonna take my time because I know I'm not really gonna like it. I mean, on top of the fact that I read the description and it didn't seem like a good like plot line, also I don't like dystopias and like science fiction type of books, so yeah. I definitely wasted money on that, but I really don't care. The next book that I have is The Edge of Always, and this is the second book in like the Edge of Never series, and I love this book already. I'm only on page like 80, but honestly it's already broken my heart, and it's just really, really good, and I love it, and I just love the character so much. Like, literally, if there was an Andrew Parrish in this world, I would find him and I would drug him and I would kidnap him. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, he's so attractive, and on top of that, he's like so nice and caring and just loves Cameron so much, and it's just so cute. Next, I have Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover, and to be honest, I was at Target, I wanted to buy a book, and I read the back of it, and it was a romance novel, so I just bought it. Honestly, I don't even know what it's about. I don't know. I'll read it eventually. So, the next book that I have is True Believer, and this is a Nicholas Sparks book, and my grandma gave this to me, and I told her I read one Nicholas Sparks book, which, mind you, I didn't even like that much, and she keeps, like, every time she gets a Nicholas Sparks book, like, she gives it to me, and I, like, don't like his writing, but I don't want to tell her, so I have, like, a ton of Nicholas Sparks books from her. The next book is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and I've heard nothing but good things about this. My grandma loves this book. I've seen a bunch of YouTubers talk about it, and they all say that it's amazing. And I think that this is more of an adult book compared to the books that I normally read, so I'm excited to branch out and read this. The next book that I have is It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini, and I like this book, but it took me forever to read, and every time I read it, I would fall asleep. Like, I don't know why, but I'd be like, alright, like, I'm gonna finish this today, and then I'd read, like, 3 pages and be sound asleep. So, I don't know what that's about, but it just, like, kind of just showed me, like, things could be worse, you know, blah, 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 just stuff like that, but it was pretty good. I give it, like, a 7.9 out of 10. Like, it's not the best book I've ever read, but it was pretty good, so, yeah. And if you want to know my scale, I say 0 is, like, why did I even purchase that book? 5 is it was okay, and then 10 is it's the best book I've ever read. Go out and buy it right now. So overall, I give this a 7.9. Next, I have Molly McAdams' Deceiving Lies, and I read Forgiving Lies, and I loved that book, so I decided to pick up the second one, and the only reason I haven't really read it yet is because I feel like it's not going to be very romancy, and I've just been in the mood for more romancy books. But Molly McAdams is my favorite author, so I'm really excited to read this. I'm probably going to read it next, to be honest. The next book I have is If I Stay, and everybody was talking about this book on Twitter. They're like, oh my god, I can't put it down, blah, 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 it's so good. And it honestly reminds me of Looking for Alaska, in the sense that everybody acted like it was the next coming of Jesus. Like, it was amazing, and like, you absolutely need to read it, when in all actuality, like, it's not the best book I've ever read. Like, honestly, I give this like a 7.5 out of 10. Like, it was good, but not like as good as everybody says it is. Next, I have The List, and this is by Siobhan Vivian. Like, literally, I don't know how to pronounce that, so pronounce it however you want. I think this book is about high school students, and they make up a list of like the most attractive people in school, and it gives just like perspectives from different people. And a really funny story is that my school was on Good Morning America because they made like this bracket of like girls. Anyway, yeah, this book looked good. It's a young adult book, but it's not romance, so I'm kind of excited to read it because I feel like it's different, but not too different. The final book that I actually have to show you is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. Love Jenny Han as an author. She wrote the Summer I Turned Pretty series, and that is like such a good series for people ages from like 13 to 16. Like, I feel like if you're a girl and you want to read a romance like series, please read that one. It's so perfect for that age range. I actually read it when I was 17. Like, I read it in May, and I read it literally, I read like all 3 books in like a week, and it was really good. I just feel like it was I was a little bit too old for it, but it was like really good. I like her writing style. Like she does really, really short chapters, which I love. I really love her writing style. Only thing I didn't like about this book is the ending. This is worse than the John Green ending. This is worse than the Eleanor and Park ending, and that was terrible. Overall, I give this book an 8.5 out of 10. I really, really liked it. I really liked the boy that was in it. If the ending was different, I honestly would give this like a 9 out of 10, but it wasn't. Okay, so I have 2 books to tell you guys about. I bought the book Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. She wrote Eleanor and Park, and the book was really, really good. It was really long, and I felt like the beginning was like really, really slow, but like once it got moving, it was really good. And I just like that, I like her as an author in general because I feel like she doesn't write about, you know, the typical really attractive people that fall in love and blah, blah, blah. Like, her characters are different. Like, in this book, like, it's like a fangirl that falls in love with a boy. I give that book a 7.5 out of 10. It was pretty good, but the beginning was, like, literally so slow. Like, it took me forever to read that book because, like, the beginning it was terrible. So, yeah. And then the second book is 50 Shades of Grey, and I don't have that with me because, as you can tell, I have a million books to read, and my friend wanted to read that one, so I let her borrow it, and she said it was really, really good, and I'm just excited to read it because the movie comes out soon, so that's pretty exciting. Those are all the books that I have to show you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.